Do you ever wonder why we worry? Why people are so anxious? 1 out of 5 people reports that their worries about themselves, their welfare, their families, their jobs, the world in general, disturbs them, causes them impairment. It is the most common mental health problem, anxiety and worry. But why do we worry? What's the advantage? Whether we discuss it as something God created or evolution developed really doesn't matter much to me as a common sense scientist. I want to know why we worry. Because if worry disturbs you, if worry interferes with your life, then you need not only to understand it, but a path to manage it so it doesn't disturb and disrupt your life or your child's life or the life of your family. So imagine it's 10,000 years ago, and we're seeking shelter for the night. We're a group of families that forage and hunt for our survival, and there's a really nice-looking cave up ahead, and one of us goes in and is almost eaten by a mountain lion. It pays to remember that event. It pays to remember that dark caves may house dangerous animals. And every time you go into a dark cave, it pays to remember this, but not to remember it so intrusively so you never seek shelter in a cave again, because then the elements are likely to be your demise, but to just remember enough to be cautious. That's why we worry. Worry tells us that there's something around us, a problem, an experience, an upcoming event that we need to be thinking about, that we need to prepare for. Worry is a good thing, so long as it doesn't disturb your life or interrupt your behavior. When I talk to people about worry or anxiety, I look at 4 things. 1, just being nervous. Everyone's nervous. It doesn't cause us usually to change our behavior, and typically we're not nervous all of the time. 2, panic. Sometimes some of us are so nervous that we begin to sweat, or our stomach feels funny, or our heart races, and we begin to think, maybe I shouldn't get on that ride in the amusement park, or maybe I shouldn't engage in this behavior. We begin to think about changing our behavior. And then the 3rd event happens when we begin to feel ill or sick. And now we change our behavior. We avoid getting on the ride or getting in the elevator or calling someone up or standing in front of the class because our body is telling us that there's danger ahead. And finally, what we call in the mental health field, anxiety or generalized anxiety, when you experience all 3 and they disrupt your behavior. So when I talk to people about worry, I ask, are you nervous? Does it cause you to change your behavior? Do you feel panicked? Do you have a bodily sensation that makes you feel ill? These are all signals telling you that something's coming. Unfortunately, we're not all Stepford wives. That is, we're not all exactly the same. And for most of us, the amount of worry or nervousness or panic we experience is consistent with the events in our lives. But some of us, unfortunately, are born as if our nervous system is wired up and we're in a dark alley in the middle of the night in a bad neighborhood. Even small events lead us to feel panicked, to feel stressed, to feel worried. So remember, when you feel nervous, when you feel a bit panicked or even anxious, this is not a bad thing. The bad event occurs when you allow those feelings and thoughts and behaviors to control or manage your life instead of you managing them. The solution to worry: learn to think differently about yourself, about your body, and about the events in your life. This is Dr. Sam Goldstein for Common Sense Science.